In today's video, we will see the pivotal terminologies used by epidemiologists in epidemiology. There are enormous terminologies which have been used by various epidemiologists to explain epidemiology. Let's have a look on those terminologies and their meanings. The first is agent. The agent is a factor that cause or contribute to a health problem or condition. Those are biological, physical, or chemical entity which are of causing diseases. Agents are the specific factors without which a disease or problem cannot be occur. Agents are the factors whose presence, excessiveness, or deficiency is responsible for the occurrence of any diseases. We can take examples of chemical, microorganisms, and radiations. These all are agents which can cause any disease or any health problem. Then attenuation. Attenuation is a biological process by which the poison or fatality of any organism is reduced. Most probably, it is used to prepare vaccines. Health determinants. Health determinants are generally the underlying social, economical, cultural, and environmental factors that are responsible for health and diseases. Health indicators. Health indicators are very important. Health indicators is a variable that can be measured directly to reflect the state of people within communities. Next is risk factors. The term risk factor is commonly used to describe factors that are positively associated with the risk of development of diseases, but that are not sufficient to cause the disease. These is called as risk factors. Next is contact. The contact is defined as a person or animal that has been in such association with an infected person or animal or a contaminated environment as to have had an opportunity to acquire the infection, that is known as contact. Next is case. The case is defined as a person in the population identified as having the particular disease. Then carrier. Carrier is a person or animal who carry a specific disease causing agent. The person who having agent in their body in the absence of clinical manifestations and who serves as a potential reservoir or source of infection to others. Carrier is used to describe an individual that is infected by a disease agent without showing any signs and symptoms and is capable of disseminating the diseases. That is known as carrier. Next is communicable disease. This is very common term used in epidemiology, communicable and non-communicable diseases. So what is the communicable disease? It is an illness due to a specific infectious agent or its toxic products capable of being transmitted directly or indirectly from man to man, from animal to man, from animal to animal, or from environment to man. Means communicable diseases are transmitted from one person to another, that is known as communicable diseases. We can take examples of malaria, filaria. Those are the communicable diseases. Now non-communicable diseases. Such diseases are not transmitted from one person to another, but a combination of some factors. Which are those factors? That is genetic, physiological, lifestyle, and environmental factors can cause these diseases. For example, heart disease, cancer, Alzheimer's disease, etc. Next is contagious disease. Diseases are transmitted from one person to another through direct contact. We can take examples of scabies, trachoma, leprosy, which can be transmitted from direct contact to one person to another. That is contagious diseases. Next is contamination. The presence of an infectious agent on a body surface or in the clothes, beddings, toys, surgical instruments or dressings, other articles or substances including water, milk and food. That is known as contamination. Contamination of something or somebody. Next is infection. Infection is the entry and development or multiplication of an infectious agent or microorganism or pathogen in the body cause damage and may occur health problem or disease condition. Next is disinfection. Disinfection is the destroying of infectious agent outside the body by direct exposure to chemical or physical agent. That is known as disinfectant. Next is infestation. The meaning of infestation is the lodgement or development and reproduction of parasites on the surface of body or in clothing. Examples are lice, roundworm infestations, etc. Then what is host? Host is a person or animal that affords substance or lodgement to an infectious agent under natural conditions are known as host. Then environment. What is environment? The environment refers to all the external factors surrounding the host, surrounding the human body, surrounding the community area that might influence vulnerability or resistance. Then vector of infection. What is vector? An insect or any living carrier that transports an infectious agent from an infected individual to a susceptible healthy individual or its food and surroundings is known as vector. Vector is transmitted the agent from one place to another. That is known as vector. Then reservoir. Any person, animal, anthropod, plants, soil or substance or a combination of these all the things in which an infectious agent normally lives and multiplies, on which it depends primarily for survival and where it reproduces itself in such a manner that it can be transmitted to a susceptible host. That is known as reservoir. Then population at risk. The people who are susceptible to a given disease are called population at risk and can be defined by demographic, geographic or environmental factors. What is incidence rate? Incidence rate and prevalence rate are very pivotal terminology used by epidemiologists. The meaning of incidence is it represents the rate of occurrence of new cases arising in a given period in a specified population. It includes all new cases in a given point of time. Then prevalence rate, it is the frequency of existing cases in a defined population at a given point in time. It includes new and old cases. Okay, incidence include only new cases and prevalence rate is include both new cases as well as old cases. All the existing cases are included in prevalence rate. Morbidity. Morbidity refers to disease state. It considered who become clinically ill during the period of time stated. Then mortality. Mortality refers to number of death. Okay, morbidity and mortality, two terms that are often get confused. Morbidity means sickness rate and mortality means death rate. Then epidemic. Epidemic is the unusual occurrence in a community of disease, specific health related behavior or other health related events clearly in excess of usual expected occurrence. And sometimes it is also known as outbreak. Outbreak of any disease is known as epidemic. Endemic. Endemic refers to the constant presence of a disease or infectious agent within a given geographic area or population group. It is the usual or expected frequency of disease within a population. Then pandemic. Pandemic, an epidemic usually affecting a large proportion of the population occurring over a wide geographic area such as section of nation, an entire nation or a continent of or the world. We can take a good example of pandemic is COVID-19. Now what is exotic? Exotic diseases are those which are imported into a country in which they do not otherwise occur. The example we can take for exotic is rabies in the UK. Then sporadic. What is sporadic? The word sporadic means scattered about. The cases occur irregularly, haphazardly from time to time and generally infrequently. The cases are few and separated widely in time and place that they show no or little connection with each other. nor a recognizable common source of infection. Examples are polio, meningococcal meningitis, tetanus, etc. Then eradication. Termination of all transmission of infection by extermination of the infectious agent through surveillance and containment. Education is an absolute process and all or none phenomenon restricted to termination of infection from the whole world. That is known as eradication. Elimination. The term elimination is sometimes used to describe eradication of disease from a large geographic region. Fertility rate. What is fertility rate? It is usually expressed as a percentage of the number of persons diagnosed as having a specified disease and the number who die as a result of that illness. That is known as fertility rate. Then incubation period. Incubation period is the time interval between the entry of disease agent into the body and the appearance of the first sign and symptoms of that particular disease. That is known as incubation period. Now, quarantine. Nowadays, it becomes a very common word, quarantine. What is quarantine? It is a restriction of movement of those who have been in contact with a communicable disease from the period of time during which they may be potentially infectious to others. And that is known as quarantine. Now, toxin. What is toxin? It is poisonous substance which produced by microorganisms or related toxins produced by any organisms which may cause any disease or health problem. Now, transmission. It is very common word, transmission, direct or indirect transfer of an infectious agent from a reservoir or a source of infection to a susceptible host by certain routes. The routes are known as portal of entry. So, what is portal of entry? It refers to the site through which microorganisms enter the susceptible host and cause disease or infection. The infectious agents enter into the body through various portals, like including the mucous membrane, skin. It may enter into the body through respiratory tract and GI tract. Those are known as portal of entry. Portal of exit. It is the site from where microorganisms leave the host, leave the body to enter into the another host and cause the disease or infection. For example, microorganisms may leave the reservoir, may leave the host through the nose or mouth when someone is sneezing, cough or feces. That is known as portal of exit. Next is zoonosis. What is zoonosis? It is an infectious infection that is transmitted from animal to human under natural conditions. We can take examples of rabies, plague as a zoonosis disease, which can be transmitted from animal to human body. These all terminologies are used by epidemiologists in epidemiology. Hope these terminologies will find you helpful for you. Thank you.